Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I want to be free as can be.
They say that freedom is the ability to fully experience life. The GUT Credit Union is giving you the freedom to choose. Get a loan for any purpose, whether it's consolidating your debt, buying a vehicle, owning your home, back to school, or a dream vacation. We offer competitive rates with terms and payments that fit your lifestyle. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/freedom to start enjoying your life, your money, your way. Promotion ends September 30th, 2022. Special conditions apply. More freedom, more choices. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
From the Grenadian capital, this is Network News for Friday, September 9, 2022. Headlines: Police investigate rape of teenager. Workers at River-Sally Credit Union protest over unsigned MOU. The process begins for Tyler Smith. In Around the Globe, regionally, Castries Constituency Council announces new measures to fight crime. Internationally, King Charles III greets the public outside Buckingham Palace. Plus, in the sports news, calls for greater investment in men's netball. Stay with us.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening from the Grenada Broadcasting Network. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. Police have confirmed that a 14-year-old female teenager was raped in the parish of St. John. The incident happened last Saturday and remains under investigation. Unconfirmed reports reaching our newsroom reveal that on the day of the incident, the teenager was home when a masked male attacked and sexually assaulted her. Police have not disclosed whether anyone was detained in connection with the attack. The story to report the process has begun for Tyler Smith thanks to the overwhelming support given to him by numerous Grenadians, contributing towards his travel and accommodation. Chrislina John reports she continues to follow his journey to better mobility.
A number of Grenadians, groups and organizations have come forward to assist Tyler Smith on his journey towards getting a prosthetic leg. These include Rastafari, Missandra, and the National Lotteries Authority.
Last night when I saw and they mentioned that they missed the opportunity because the parents didn't have the passage, I literally got upset. Figure, we have a future Paralympic star if he, so I mean, I think it's the right thing to do. That's about it.
On the news, and when I saw how active the child is, and he didn't let in that one leg keep him down. So that kind of pushed me. I feel it for him. So I said, let me try and help.
His procedure began earlier this week at the NCPD Prosthetic Rehabilitation and Repair Center in St. Lucia. In an exclusive interview on Friday, Glenn Alexander, a teacher accompanying Tyler, provided an update on what was done thus far and how much Tyler will be able to do with his new leg.
that center, we got the opportunity to, well, of course, to consult with Tyler. He did his measurement, speaking to Tyler, being very active and energetic, and knowing where he lives and how he has to maneuver. The type of knee and leg was decided upon. And indeed, what I've seen, and even Tyler was happy to know that he could play football with the proposed leg that he is due to have.
Alexander explained that the services provided by the professionals at the organization is nothing short of exceptional. Tyler has had great motivation as two of the technicians also have prosthetic legs.
What touched me most is that the technicians are all guys who actually they have prosthetic legs, and it's like a moving moment to see how they work and interacted with Tyler, and just treat them as a son or as a brother, and it was very good. I must commend them for that publicly. Based on the discussion is very soon. As a matter of fact, I never knew that they do so many things in St. Lucia, and I'm really hoping that we can use Tyler as an example to promote the work that is being done there.
Tyler shared his experience and expressed gratitude to those who made his trip a success.
It is very nice to know people that have prosthetic legs, just like me, and they play in football. They are very active. It's good to know somebody who had a missing leg is doing something good. I'd like to say thank you to all the people that contribute for my flight to St. Lucia, accommodation, everything else.
Will have to return to St. Lucia in the coming weeks to have his leg fitted. The prosthetic leg comes at a cost of approximately $15,000 EC, but is provided free of cost to Tyler at the NCPD Prosthetic Rehabilitation and Repair Center through the World Pediatric Project. Christina John, GBN News.
Other news, workers at the River Sally Cooperative Credit Union were out protesting on Friday morning, calling on their employers to keep their promise to sign a collective agreement. More in this Rena Ped Thomas report.
Workers of the River Sally Credit Union down the tools Friday morning, seeking the support of the public as they call for the Board of Directors to sign an MOU agreed upon in 2021. According to the union representatives at the Technical and Allied Workers Union, the Board of Directors of the credit union agreed to sign a collective labor agreement for the period 2014 to 2019. The document is yet to be signed. President General of TAU, Andrew Lewis, says as recent as Monday, a joint meeting was held with workers, union representatives, and members of the board.
I don't know, but you see, we are left to wonder about those things and to make assumptions because nothing is making sense. Nothing is making sense relative to not signing the collective agreement. There must be some probably ulterior motive, and that ulterior motive must have some impact on the benefits of the workers. Right? So this action today is designed to send that message. Let's sign. Keep your word. Keep your commitment that you gave to the union and the workers when you met with us on the 29th of August 2022. That's all that we're asking for. We are not even looking to discuss salaries from 2020. And they know that. All that we are looking to do is to have a signed collective agreement on the matters that we already agreed upon. So there is no new proposal. There is no proposal on salaries. We are not coming asking at this moment for salary increases for 2020 and come forward. Because the salary have already been paid up to 2019. We have already reached agreement on that, and that has been sorted out. So all the matters have been agreed to. As a matter of fact, in one of the communication to the union, the board in a twisted way indicated that, well, look, what are you bothering about when we are honoring everything that we agreed upon? So if you're honoring everything that you agreed upon, then just sign it.
The president said that on Tuesday, September 6, 2022, they received a letter from the union stating that they are no longer willing to sign the collective agreement. The workers are demanding that the board keep their word. President General Lewis is asking other credit unions to stay out of the industrial action.
They will be contributing to the possible loss of jobs of these workers, of their income. And that's a serious matter. So we are making an appeal to the conscience of any other credit union outside there and any other organization. If any request is made of you from River Sally Cooperative Credit Union to come to give assistance while the workers have taken industrial action, stay away from it. That's a serious matter. Stay away from taking bread and butter out of the mouth of your fellow citizens and in some cases your fellow villagers.
Vice President of the River Sally Credit Union, Frank Filbert, told GBN that the board had no comment on the matter. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Well, leaders of Commonwealth countries are sending expressions of sympathy to the royals on the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. They include Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell and Opposition Leader Dr. Keith Mitchell.
As condolences and best wishes continue to pour out to the British community, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell is one of the leaders expressing heartfelt sympathies and condolences to His Majesty the King, the Queen Consort, and all members of the royal family on behalf of the government and people of Grenada. Government announced that as a mark of respect, flags throughout the state will be flown at half-mast until the date of Her Majesty's funeral. The Prime Minister's statement reads as follows: I am sincerely saddened to learn of the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. As head of the Commonwealth, Her Majesty's steady leadership helped to unite people and countries from around the globe in common cause, and for this, Queen Elizabeth II will always be remembered. We mourn her passing and will continue to honor her legacy. Leader of Her Majesty's opposition and leader of the new National Party, Dr. Keith Mitchell, has also issued a statement on the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. It reads, and I quote, "It is with a deep sense of sadness that the leader of Her Majesty's opposition in Grenada, political leader of the new National Party and member of Her Majesty's Privy Council, former Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, learned of the passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, as head of state of Grenada and of the Commonwealth, provided tremendous inspiration to all for over half of a century and will be greatly missed. Sincere condolences are expressed to His Majesty King Charles III, to other members of the royal family, and to the government and people of the United Kingdom." Unquote. Christelina John, GBN News.
Grenlec is advising customers about an issue at its generation plant that has resulted in outages in some communities in the south and north of the island. Here's what we can tell you. The current service interruptions may last for several hours as the Grenlec team conducts assessments and undertakes repairs. The unavailability of one engine, which is being overhauled, and the challenge with another engine are responsible for some of the recent outages at the generation plant. An external technical support person is already on site assisting Grenlec to resolve the situation. Grenlec is assuring customers that its team is giving the situation urgent attention as reliability is among its top priorities. This is Network News. Still to come from us, preliminary results of CXC-CSEC released by the Ministry of Education. More to come. Stay with us.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spicile Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Spicile Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grand Anse. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679. or 406-1500, or visit any of our 3 locations. Spicile Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Pfizer celebrates 75 years of transforming lives with its celebratory suite of loan products. Own your own vehicle, education, land, or home, and anchor your roots. Start living the life you deserve by applying for an Own Your Own loan at reduced interest rates. Simplify your life and consolidate all your debts by applying for a Simplify loan and open doors to new beginnings and explore more opportunities to shape your future. Call or send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987 or email us at loans@arisecu.com today to continue your journey towards financial freedom. Terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union, celebrating 75 years of transforming lives.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers, and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We're back here at Television Center. Preliminary results of the May-June 2022 Caribbean Examinations Council CXC Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate Examination CSEC have been received in Grenada. Here's the report.
A total of 2,471 candidates were registered to write CXC CSEC examinations, of which 1,569 were female and 902 were males. Overall, there were 1,615 grade 1s, 3,023 grade 2s, 3,440 grade 3s, 2,293 grade 4s, 801 grade 5s, 11 grade 6s, and 1,049 ungraded, absent, or deferred. The recent pass rate, grades 1 to 3, in the examination was 76.3%, an increase of 4.6% compared with 71.7% in 2021. In 2020, the pass rate was 77.3%. The subjects with the highest percentage pass were theater arts 100%, physical education and sport 97.76%, industrial technology building 95.54%, agricultural science SA 94.96%, industrial technology electrical 94.80%, food, nutrition and health 94.37%, family and resource management 92.71%, and principles of business 91.58%. The subjects with the lowest percentage pass were religious education 32.26%, mathematics 33.44%, French 39.66%, Spanish 53.33%, and chemistry 59.93%. Performance in mathematics declined by 1.54% from 34.98% in 2021 to 33.44% in 2022. The percentage pass was 43.56% in 2020. Performance in English A declined by 2.14% from 71.71% in 2021 to 69.57% in 2022. The percentage passed in 2020 was 82.65%. There were 7 schools recording percentage pass rates of 80% or more. The performance of students in both English A and mathematics is below the regional performance. 2 students achieved 13 grade 1s, 2 students obtained 12 grade 1s, and 3 students achieved 11 grade 1s, and 4 students attained 10 grade 1s in the examination. Performances in 2 of the pure sciences increased marginally in 2022. Performance in biology and physics increased by 1.55% and 0.4% respectively. Chemistry decreased by 10.61%. I am Kwesi Pope reporting for GBN News.
The story: increase fluid intake and avoid exposure to hot temperatures. Medical doctor Francis Martin advises people on how to treat with the heat. More in this Christina John report.
This summer was the hottest on record in Europe, according to data from EU satellite monitoring. A series of extreme heat waves and a long-running drought saw June, July, and August shatter the previous high mark for temperatures. Even though we are in what is traditionally considered the rainy season here in Grenada, this past few weeks we have been experiencing extremely high temperatures. Medical Dr. Francis Martin advises people what they should do to avoid any form of complication. He notes persons most likely to be affected.
The heat that is being experienced these days and the rise in temperature that we have put people at the increased risk of having some specific physiological conditions. People who are at the extremes of ages are much more vulnerable. So here we're talking about babies, children, and elderly folk. The two most important and common symptoms that they feel are dehydration and heat exhaustion or heat strokes. You'd find that both ages are at risk of this.
Dr. Martin is advising people to keep hydrated by increasing one's fluid intake, especially water and minerals, avoiding long exposure to hot temperatures as much as possible, and to carry umbrellas when venturing out.
Because of dehydration and because during dehydration we lose minerals, especially that of salt, it is important that to replace those fluid, we don't just replace water, we also have to replace minerals, example, sodium. So you need to increase your water intake, but you also need to increase other drinks that helps you to replace those minerals. And here we're talking about things like coconut water, other juices, cane juices, where you get good sodium from. For those who are interested in getting sports drink here, the mineral constituents of these things can also be good for you. And for babies and children, you probably would not want to use sports drink, but regular fluid, regular water and juices is just as good for them.
A word of caution for persons who may have underlying conditions.
If you have underlying conditions, make sure you take your medicines, because there are some medication like blood pressure medication that can cause you to lose water as well. So elderly folks and persons with high blood pressure and diabetes, especially kidney failure as well, are at high risk because they are already taking medicines that is causing water to be drawn from their body anyway. And so the high temperature puts them at risk of heat exhaustion and dehydration. So they must be very careful to replace the water that they're losing. And if you so do, you will be able to get through this high temperature with no problems at all.
Christelina John, GBN News.
The Grenada Tourism Authority anticipates its international airlift capacity to 2019 levels by November 2022. Rena Ped Thomas reports.
Through a press release, the Grenada Tourism Authority announced that international airlift capacity would return to its pre-COVID levels by November 2022. 2019 was a year which saw stayover totals hit a peak annual figure of 162,904 visitors arriving by air. Out of the U.S. gateway, JetBlue Airlines is currently operating a daily non-stop service from New York's JFK. American Airlines continues with a daily service from Miami and a Saturday weekly service from Charlotte. Virgin Atlantic Airways returns with a twice weekly service from London Heathrow Airport and via Barbados, whilst British Airways has recently announced that from October 30th, 2022, they will be increasing their London Gatwick service from twice weekly through St. Lucia to 3 times weekly, with the third flight coming through Antigua on Sundays. Commencing from November 3rd, the Air Caribbean twice weekly direct service from Toronto to Grenada will resume on Sundays and Thursdays, and in November, Sunwing Airlines will offer a once weekly service from Toronto Pearson International Airport. Condor Airlines restarts in November from Frankfurt, Germany to Grenada non-stop, and the return to Germany via Tobago on Sunday starting 20th November 2022. Inter-Caribbean Airways, which commenced service during the pandemic, now operates twice daily to Grenada from Barbados via St. Vincent. Caribbean Airlines operates 4 times weekly from Trinidad and once weekly from Barbados, and Liat operates a twice weekly service from Antigua. For GBN News, I am Rena Ped Thomas reporting.
Now, a fisherman's quest to find his boat is creating a buzz on social media. The loss of his vessel limits his ability to earn his livelihood, and it has stirred the emotions of people, many of whom shared their opinions with Social Buzz.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social media. We browse the World Wide Web and bring to you the topics inciting the most reaction and debate among users.
A fisherman has been deprived of his daily bread after his main source of income was stolen. He's now hoping for the help of the public in retrieving his belongings.
We come out and fish yesterday afternoon. We go about 9 o'clock and we come back about after 6. And when we reach all the Morably boat, I go home. We are living in La Poterie. And this morning, about 10 past 8, my father-in-law called me. They're the one who walk in the boat with me. Call me and tell me, don't see the boat. So he tell me, come up. And then when I came up, well, I go and talk to the fisheries officer. And I went to the police station and make a report.
Social media users took to the comment section to express concerns about this latest development. The following views are that of the members of the public and not of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Kenroy St. Louis said some type of structures should be put in place in order to protect the fishermen properties, praying that the boat will be found in perfect condition. Cadella Henry Victor says this is very sad. It's not enough to promote small and medium businesses with little or no redress for these unforeseen circumstances. These businesses could never withstand this type of systematic shocks. Roger Fouchon said you need to put some tracking device on the engine or a wireless monitoring system should be implemented for security. Crazy Kid Williams says, put tracking devices on your investment. People have no heart nowadays. Dion Phillips says that needs to stop. When people work for their things in life, don't take people things. That is evil. And Trudy No Use QE says, I wouldn't say it's thief as yet because a lot of times I stayed on the breakwater and watched boats go while others have to help to get it back. Not once, not twice. They should have the Coast Guard look first before saying thief. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your thoughts on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
Still ahead, $1 million injected in SIAP GIDC entrepreneurial program. We'll talk about that. Stay with us.
Optical, we've got the perfect combination of style and value just for you. Shop from our wide range of stylish frames, and for a limited time, buy one and get a second pair at 80% off. We've got frames as low as $99. Ask about our affordable credit plans from 3 to 24 months. Make your appointment today at quartzoptical.com. Conditions apply. See in store for details. Quartz Optical, value you can see.
There was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now. We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carriacou. Our wholesale Distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We're back. Government injected $1 million into the GIDC entrepreneurial program as it pushes towards developing small and medium-sized businesses. In 2018, the NNP administration signed a memorandum of understanding with GIDC for the implementation of an entrepreneurial business development component of the SIRE project. It is a 6-year project that focuses on training, business development, grant financing, and what's called holding support for young people between the ages of 16 and 35. Senior Vice President of GIDC, Keisha Mitchell, gave an update on the project.
So from the 500 young people, the target of 500 young people, we have trained 482 to date, with more or less, a year and about 6 months left on the project. So this is indeed a great milestone. With reference to access to grant financing, we are actually at the 50% mark. 201 young people have actually accessed the grant financing at the first push level, right? To be able to purchase equipment, raw materials, and other things that they would need that would have enabled them to actually test the business idea. But as I said, some of them actually started. To date, 173 have started. That is actually a 134% over the target of 120.
All right, so the goal of the project is to train 500 young people in managing a business by 2024. At least 400 of that number must have access to grant financing. 120 should have startup operations, and GIDC should have provided support to 150 existing enterprises. Mobilization Minister Andy Williams says he's happy small businesses are getting the assistance they need.
Food supplies and so is scarce. When you see businesses like local businesses are engaged in the production of food and local food, I'm saying this is the way we have to go. This is the direction we have to take as a country, right? And I really want to commend Mr. Campbell, IFAD, and everyone who played a part to make this successful. And it shows the government commitment also to support this sort of thing. I love the fact that we are targeting young people, because some of the products that I'm seeing, I know these people and they are young people. And we are in a society today where the young people seems to be lost. And I want to encourage more young people and more citizens to get on board to make this program even more successful and larger.
We take a peek through the GBN ISOR lens. What's on the other side is the South St. George Government School recognizing International Literacy Day 2022.
A good eye catches all. GBN ISOR is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Reading is fundamental, and tonight's I Saw features footage of a young boy named Odell Roberts at the South St. George Government School, and he's displaying his reading skills.
Nina loved playing cricket with her friends. But today she couldn't find her ball. She had looked everywhere for it. You have to tidy your room before you go to play, her mom said. My friends are waiting for me, said Nina. Tidy your room, her mom said. Then maybe you will find your ball.
Teacher Raquel Telesford, a past employee at GBN, highlights the school's literacy committee's recognition of International Literacy Day 2022.
As we commemorate International Literacy Day, under the theme Transforming Literacy Learning Spaces, the South St. George Government School wants to encourage each and every one of you to continue reading and supporting your students' reading. Read for them on a daily basis, buy books, and let's continue to increase the literacy rate on our island radio.
Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
The weather coming up next, followed by the sports news and around the globe.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with The Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
The loss of sexual desire and endurance can be both devastating and frustrating to a man. To gain these feelings back with a sense of power and stamina that lasts, use Hard On Plus. Hard On Plus, this natural herbal male sexual formula enriched with zinc, has no side effects. Hard On Plus offers vitality and strength to last longer when it matters. For stamina, for strength, for pleasure. Get Hard On Plus.
Hard On Plus is available in Grenada at Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies, Hills and Valley Pharmacies in Grenada and Carriacou, We Care Pharmacy, Gittins Pharmacare, Grenada Pharmacy, Atlantic Health Supplies, and exclusively distributed by R.A. Clark Distributions. Phone 416-0426.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
Be an instant winner today with the NLA by simply purchasing your Daily Pick 3 and Playway tickets at your nearest agent or NLA outlet. As a proud sponsor of the CPL cricket coverage, the NLA continues to support the development of sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. The NLA, making your dreams a reality.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Well, weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with the isolated shower. Tonight's minimum temperature 27 degrees Celsius. Wind east northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Sea slight to moderate, waves 2 to 4 feet in open water. Tides low at 9 p.m., high at 3:15 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow morning, 5:58. The weather on Saturday, September 10, generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy at times with few brief morning and nighttime showers. On Sunday, September 11, partly cloudy and breezy with the possible isolated morning shower, becoming generally fair during the afternoon. And on Monday, September 12, generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy during the evening with few brief showers, becoming partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy overnight with few brief to widely scattered showers. That's the weather. Good evening, sporting fans. Chair of the Grenada Women's Commission on Sports, Dr. Jane Noel, has commended the efforts of the Grenadian women who have taken up the challenge to become qualified table tennis coaches and officials. She said that there's a great need for more female coaches in general, which has become a criteria for any female team wishing to travel to compete internationally.
It's very difficult for a woman who's trying to balance family and often her paid job, and then often the sport is done in her own time, giving service for free, and how it's actually really, really difficult for women. And when you look at the statistics from the Pan Am Games and the Olympics and the World Championships, the percentage of women coaches at those games is only about 30% compared to men. So although we're increasing the number of females competing as individual athletes, when it comes to the coaches, we are nowhere near where we need to be.
What is required to shift for the shift in that gap?
Yeah, that's a good question.
She said that while strides have been made, greater efforts must be placed on addressing the issue.
I think you have women who, they're sportswomen, they're very successful. They embark on family and career, and often they just give up on their sport. They think, well, I can't do it to the same level. I don't have the time to keep training, so they just stop. And I think that is an area where women could change their attitude and you could shift what you do. So you may still want to compete, but you can get a lot of joy from actually coaching because you're still involved in the sport. You can still play masters sport, and when you get to my age, still enjoy the sport, but you can also give back to the very sport that gave you part of your life when you were younger.
Meanwhile, Coordinator of Sports Colin Peters says his team is ready for what he expects will be a very active sporting 2022-2023 calendar.
So in September to December, you really know that we usually have, as I mentioned, the Right Start football. We usually have the, which we are looking forward to have. We have meetings so far with Seko's, as I mentioned, the netball tournament, the Dispute Shop netball tournament. We also are preparing for the cross country. The cross countries are usually held in November. We are also trying to meet with some stakeholders for sponsorship for the cross country. We usually have 4 cross countries, and we want to see if we can sponsor so that we can give the kids the trophies and medals after each race. So we are sending out letters of sponsorship for this. We also had preparing to support our associations or with the mini meets and some of the outreach program. We're preparing for the subway to meet with the stakeholders to discuss and for the execution of the subway basketball tournament. And then we look forward to the tennis, the swimming, all the competition.
Coach Paul McIntyre thinks that greater investment must be made to expand men's netball. Grenada copped the third position in the just concluded inaugural America's Men's Netball Tournament. The tournament was held in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
And but when I came to St. Vincent, and I had we were in the management meeting, and I heard what in store for for netball in the male section. Wow, I didn't even know netball was played at that level. And if you see the Vincentians and the Jamaicans play male basketball, you would know that has been going on a pretty long time, and they must have seen something to want to introduce male netball. As you would understand, that just as they did to football is dominantly a male sport, basketball the same. Now they have involved the women in both of them. So I think they're trying to balance the table and having men into the netball sports. But it is quite interesting. And you listen to all of the young people who's involved talk about techniques and strategy. You know, it reminds me when I sat on the table of basketball.
That's the sports news for the moment. On Thursday, Castries Mayor Geraldine Lendo Gabriel announced the new measures the city police will be using to curb crime within the city. She says the realization of these measures was due to hard-working team efforts. More from MBC Prime News.
Mayor of Castries, Geraldine Lendo Gabriel, announced the new additions coming to Castries Constituencies Council to help in the fight against crime. She explained these additions will be going to the city police to streamline the exercise of their duties.
Today, we're speaking about installing parking meters in Castries. Long awaited. Our minister will give us the details on that one. We speak about body cams for the city police. First in St. Lucia, and I know definitely first in the OECS.
In 2017, the government of St. Lucia spent in the region of $600,000 to secure new parking meters. 5 years later, the parking meters are now being launched. Body cams have also been used by police officers in more developed countries to help with beat and patrol. The city police in St. Lucia are the only officers within the OECS with body cameras. Minister for Local Government, Richard Frederick, says these additions will help the city police fight crime within Castries. The city police are also receiving 2 additional motorcycles and a 4-door pickup truck to help with their operations. John Tench, MBC Prime.
Well, Antigua and Barbuda has launched a major project to reduce and ultimately eliminate the incidence of cervical cancer. The country has launched the HPV pilot project to intensify the fight against the disease, which is a leading cause of death in women. More in this ABS report.
Cervical cancer is the second most prevalent cancer affecting
affecting women in Antigua and Barbuda, and its victims are shockingly young.
Dr. Simon and his team published some information which shows us that cervical cancer was the second most common cancer being diagnosed in women here in Antigua and Barbuda, and as far back as the 1980s, and even again when they looked at those figures in the 2000s.
Cervical cancer is caused by the human papilloma virus, which is the most common sexually transmitted infection. However, many people pass the virus through their immune system, never knowing they encountered it.
When you're exposed to it, you can, if you have a healthy immune system, you can most likely clear it. But what we worry about is the persistence of HPV, and that's why we're here to try and help get a screening program and an early treatment program underway.
The persistent HPV strain causes cervical cancer, where it can lead to preventable death.
Cervical cancer is preventable. Get your children, boys and girls, vaccinated against HPV. And again, get screened. Together, we can eliminate cervical cancer in Antigua and Barbuda.
All right, so in just a few hours, Britain's King Charles III will speak as the country's first king in more than 70 years. He has flown south to London, where tributes from politicians and the public have been pouring in for his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II. Al Jazeera's Andrew Simmons reports from London.
Within seconds of King Charles III arriving at Buckingham Palace with the Queen consort came what appeared to be a change in schedule, a walkabout, the King looking relaxed, accepting the welcoming words. And in the background, calls of God Save the King. His reign just beginning. Ahead of his arrival, a 96-gun salute, one for each year of the Queen's life, with the UK starting a 10-day period of mourning. Bells tolled not only in Westminster, but all over the country. Earlier, the mood outside Buckingham Palace was as solemn as it was when the Queen's death was announced. Steady stream of mourners, each with some way of expressing themselves. Others standing still, frozen in thought. Flowers and messages spread out from all over the world. She was known as the grandmother of the nation, but to the people here, they think she was much more than that. In the good times, exuding charm and fun. In the bad times, giving comfort and calm. She was the longest-serving monarch in British history, and with it came a sense of permanence. Wilma Harris feels that way.
I think there really was that whole sense of, we'll have her forever, and unfortunately that's not been the case, and I think, we'll really miss her and wish that she could have carried on.
Anita Kapoor, an office worker, says she still can't take it in.
We're saying at work there's not going to be anyone like her, like ever, like no one. She's just such a, she's gone so high in everyone's kind of eyes. I don't think anyone can match it, and it's a massive loss.
I saw that on other occasions.
In Westminster, MPs gathered to collectively give tributes to the Queen, led by the new Prime Minister Liz Truss. She'd been appointed by the Queen only 2 days before she died.
Her late Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, was one of the greatest leaders the world has ever known. She was the rock on which modern Britain was built. She came to the throne at just 25, in a country that was emerging from the shadow of war. She bequeaths a modern, dynamic nation that has grown and flourished under her reign. The United Kingdom is the great country it is today because of her.
So many memories of an extraordinary woman whose waves from the Buckingham Palace balcony over 7 decades had enthralled the world. Despite her mobility problems, she'd excelled during the Platinum Jubilee celebrations in June. Now the balcony is empty, standing above the grief of a nation. Andrew Simmons, Al Jazeera, London.
We will remind you of the headlines after this. A reminder of the headlines: police investigate rape of teenager. Workers at River Sally Credit Union protest over unsigned MOU. The process begins for Tyler Smith. In around the globe, regionally, Castries Constituency Council announces new measures to fight crime. Internationally, King Charles III greets the public outside Buckingham Palace. Plus in the sports news, calls for greater investment in men's netball. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online, gbn.jd, on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Kenroy Baptiste at Television Center. Thanks for joining us. Good night.